Hi guys, it's Rick Shiels down here in Winning Golf Bag Corner to go through Branden Grace's winning golf clubs. He's just won the RBC Heritage Classic at Harbour Town by the 2 shots over Russell Knox. Branden Grace, South African player, kind of going back a few years, used to come down to Trafford where I used to coach and do a little bit of practice. Known him from his days when he first came over from South Africa to England when he started playing under ISM. Great talent, great player. I've played with him a couple of times, and it's great to see him take his first PGA Tour win. I can't believe it's his first PGA Tour win, but it is his first PGA Tour win. I think it now moves him to 11th in the world. Very well deserved. Let's go through his set, starting with driver. So he's using a driver that has had quite a lot of success so far this year. He's using the Callaway XR16. But he's actually using the Sub-Zero version. So this is a brand new driver I've not tested yet, hopefully coming very soon. Gives you the option to flip the weight around to make it a lower spinning driver. He's using it in 8.5 degree of loft, which is quite low lofted for a regular driver these days. I know when I've played with Branden, he hits it low and piercing. He really does get it out there. 8.5 in, I don't know where the weight is in this XR Sub-Zero driver. Like I say, I think it does have the option to switch the weight around a little bit, so it can be a very low spinning driver, or it can go back to more of a standard driver as well. Looking forward to testing it. Should be coming very soon. Okay, so moving into his fairway wood, he's using the Callaway Big Bertha Alpha 816. Now the 816, the new one, is quite a small-headed wood. It's quite a small looking wood. It's very easy to hit off the floor as well. Since 16 degree, Branden's been using it. And it's quite interesting that there's quite a big gap between his driver degree and his 3-wood degree. You know, it's like 8 degrees of gap between the two. But 16 degree does hit it a long way, like I mentioned before, and he does hit it very low. So that 16 will probably just help pop it up in the air a little bit more. And like I say, it's a great looking club. Very, very sleek, very small. If you've not seen the review, it's up on my channel already. Okay, so this is a very popular club as of late. It's the Callaway Apex UT driving iron. It actually carries it in a 3-iron, which is 21 degrees. I've used this club for a long time. I've done a little bit of testing against another 2-iron last week. I love this club. I think it's a very good looking club. I think it performs brilliantly. It's versatile. You can hit it high and low. It's not too penalising. It's not too hard to hit. It's not like a traditional 1-iron. It is a nice, big, chunky, forgiving, and he has it in the 3-iron setting, so 21 degrees. So moving into his irons, Branden's been using the Callaway X Forged irons. Now these are from 2013. He has it from 4 to pitching wedge, and pretty much through all of his irons and going into his wedges and his UT, which I forgot to mention, he does have these personalised with the South African flag. I think it's a really nice touch. I know he's patriotic, and I love the idea of just having your clubs personalised. I think it gives a nice touch to your club. They're a very good looking club. I've never tested them, I'll be honest with you, I've never tested them, but when Callaway make a forged iron, it's normally pretty soft. I would say the latest one of these now is probably the Apex Pro. But very, very good looking club when I've seen them. I've never hit them, but he's been using them for a few years now. 4 to pitching wedge in the Callaway X Forged. Okay, so moving into Branden's wedges, he's using the Callaway Mac Daddy 2 wedges. Very personalised, which I'll come on to. He's using them in 52 degree, 56 and 60. He's got Gracie stamped on the back, obviously for Branden Grace. He's then got the South African flag on there as well. And then he's got a very faint kind of engraving of Springboks, which is, I think it's the logo of the South African rugby union team. It's very, very faint, but it's a real nice touch. Like I say, 52, 56 and 60. South African flag, the Springboks kind of logo in the background, which is the logo for the South African rugby union team. And just really good looking wedges. I've used these wedges before. It's interesting he's not moved to the Mac Daddy 3s because they're out now, but stuck with the 2s. I'm sure Danny Willett, when he won last week, he had the Mac Daddy 2s as well. So good wedges, and they're sticking with those at the moment. So moving into the putter, and Branden is using the Odyssey Versa V-Line. It's quite a big-headed putter, quite a mallet head, white predominantly with a black strip down the middle. That Versa style is very, very popular of all of the Callaway players pretty much. Again, Danny Willett had a Versa putter in last week. I believe the contrast between the white, the black and the white really helps either line it up in a straight line or lines it up with the actual alignment of the face as well to keep it nice and square. Good looking putter. Again, it's got a little bit of South African touches to that as well. Good looking stick, and it certainly worked for Branden this week. Okay, so last thing, could also be the most important thing. He uses the Titleist Pro V1X ball. Another victory for Titleist with the ball. Interesting, it doesn't use a Callaway. He's into his Titleist Pro V1 and he uses the X, which is a slightly harder version. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed that winning golf bag of Branden Grace. It's awesome to see him winning. It really is. I remember those times when he used to be down at Mere, when I used to be one of the assistant pros there. He would put the graft in, he would put the hard work in, and now it's paying off for him in bucket loads. Great to see him get his first PGA Tour win, 11th in the world now, and he's going to keep growing and growing and getting stronger. I remember last time he went on a winning streak, he went on a winning streak. He won 3 or 4 in a row, so he'd be a good pick for next week. Guys, thanks for watching. Please do subscribe to the channel by clicking the big button here. Comment below. Do you like seeing Mr. Branden Grace win? I think you do. And like the video, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and well done again, Branden. Awesome, awesome victory.